Rundowns, sometimes called pickles, are a lot of fun, and kids love when they happen. They all want to get into the action, but when they are handled correctly, they don't take more than one or two throws at most. Rundowns, coming up next. In 2021, our team had a very solid defense. There wasn't a single hole on defense to worry about, and it really made watching the team play all that much more enjoyable. That being said, this video is going to end with a complete nightmare of a play which will not be a great example of our defense. But first, starting the rundown. The first fielder either starts the rundown or throws early to let the next fielder start the rundown. Why? Because backups are required, and if you don't have one, the runner can simply get to the abandoned base if you are no longer there. So backup is delayed, you throw early and wait at your original base. Once the actual rundown starts, the fielder with the ball puts the ball in hand, not glove, and runs with it at head height where it's easy to see. He does not pump fake his throw, ever. When you are ready to throw like throwing a dart. Now the second fielder in the rundown should yell, ball, and start stepping into the throw to receive it while already moving towards the runner. If the timing is right, the runner cannot stop momentum, switch directions, and outpace the fielder. If you are off on timing, just make sure you are early and not late. So one throw and you get the out. Unless, of course, the first throw needed to be early. Once a fielder throws the ball, he runs away from the runner's path and goes to the base he just threw toward. You are now back up for a return throw, should this continue, as another fielder should have already arrived to be next in line. If not, just be ready in case the play comes back your way. One more thing. Pick a side of the running lane. You never want to throw over the runner. The first fielder that starts the rundown will pick a side and everyone stays on that side. What about other fielders? They all have a job, especially with multiple runners on base. It's one play that every person on the field could have something to do. Right fielders back up first, left fielders back up third, center fielders back up second. All infielders have a job depending on where the rundown is and how many other runners. Let's look at some situation to see what infielders should do in each situation. Then the final clip will be a complete nightmare, so stay tuned. In 2021, I don't think we ever failed to get the out on a rundown. So if runners are safe in these clips, it's usually us doing the running or it's not 2021. This first clip is from 2020. It is a perfect example of something gone wrong. Do you see what it is? The first baseman started the rundown despite no one being there to cover the base yet. Once he throws and follows his throw, no one is at first, which just lets the runner return safely. This next clip is the same exact thing, only from 2019. The fielders do everything correct. First baseman throws early and stays put. The shortstop forces the runner to run towards first fast and then throws, which is another important point in a rundown. Force the runner to run fast. Here's another clip where the fielders didn't do that. Notice the runner caught here is given the opportunity to shuffle slide. Initially, he's not being forced to run fast. Then, the final throw is too late. Better early than too late. Finally, one more clip at first base. In this situation, the runner forced the first baseman to chase him down. He gets the runner to move fast and then throws to the shortstop, who takes him back toward first. This is an exceptional base runner, so it ends up taking 2 throws to get him out. This next rundown is with multiple runners. The runner on first gets caught off base. Not his first plan. But this runner knows our fastest base runner is on third. He just mistakenly got us a likely run if the defense doesn't do this perfectly. Given that it was late in game, 1 out, and we were up 2-1, this team was better served to ignore this runner on first and just give up the base. All the runner on third has to do is wait for a commitment to throw, and he's off and safe. The runner at first needs to stay in the rundown long enough for the run to score.
Oh, God, is that
At first, the spectators for the black team are excited, but it quickly switches when what really just occurred comes to light. Here's what I mean with runners on first and third. This team intentionally attempts to get caught in a rundown between first and second. It takes an extremely intelligent spectator to yell out, "Hey, just hit!" for the pitcher to clue in that the only runner that matters is on third. So ignore that kid that's trying to distract you. I wish I knew who that guy was. I'd like to shake his hand. This next clip is with bases loaded and multiple runners in a rundown. This is the craziest type of rundown and takes being both smart as a fielder and accurate with throws and timing. The real crime in this clip is how we let the bases get loaded in the first place. But I digress. So 1 out and runners on first, so no drop third. But runners on second and third both take off on the strike 3 wild pitch. What to do? Really, there's 2 options. The catcher can throw early to force the runner on third into a rundown, or run him all the way back as 2 runners are now at the same base. If they were to have stayed, you tag both runners. In this case, because the runners are not forced, the guy originally on third would be safe. However, the runner on second was quick enough to head back to second, so he's now in the rundown. Due to how this transpired, third baseman isn't chasing that second runner. He throws early to the shortstop, who wisely cut the runner's distance down. We notice that the second baseman and center fielder are already in position as well. Actually, center fielder should be more out here to receive a bad throw. The left fielder has also moved toward third. The pitcher is going to cover home. First baseman will be heading back up home as well. And the right fielder is on his way to cover first base because we also have a runner there. With 2 outs now, this only requires getting 1 out before the run can score to end the inning. The shortstop forces that runner to run fast, but then immediately veers off to focus on the runner on third, who is now advancing to home again. This is where it all ends. The shortstop just needs to keep running at him until he's committed and then throw. Better early than late, obviously. The pitcher takes the throw and tags the runner out. Inning over. A multiple runner run down to perfection. At the end, you'll see the runner that was at first head to second. If for some reason this runner scored safely, the rundown wouldn't be over. Second baseman is still covering second, and the right fielder is almost to first base. The runner from second is now safe at third, but we still have another runner caught, and it can start all over again. Or, had there only been 2 outs, again, the play would still continue with another rundown, which would have been really awesome to see. This next clip from 2020 is a team that caught us off first base and stuck in a rundown. A great back pick by the catcher is often, with a runner on first and second, the runner on first feels too comfortable getting an extended lead. So they have an out here, as any rundown ought to always end in an out, but they fail in one primary aspect of most rundowns, which is to focus on the lead runner. They call it the trailing runner, but that pushed the lead runner to go to third. It's important to see this, unless the out will be the third out and you're confident in getting that out before the run can score, but typically we focus on the lead runner. Here, after catching that runner in a back pick, the catcher makes a huge blunder. He goes to back up first in a rundown with a runner in scoring position. Had this runner been more alert, he could have simply jogged into home. Luckily for the defense, he didn't see it and retreated back to third. Instead of getting an out, they're happy the runners just advanced only 1 base. Okay, finally to the cluster mess. Rather than narrate the whole play, I'll let you watch and find out where all the players are and where they should be. At least they still got the out. So this here is a center fielder. This is a second baseman. The third baseman is also here, but should have been at home. I do believe everyone else was in the right spot, but wow. That's every player but one, bunched into half the infield. Oh well, like I said, we did get the out, and this was an incredibly good defensive team. And so, we can forgive this one miss. Pretty funny though. Watch their 2021 highlight video by clicking here.
Perfect pitch there in the inside corner. Now they throw down, and now they got a run down here. Noadera running all the way back. He's going to be called obstruction on, I believe, Escobar, who got in the way of Dara, and he's being awarded home plate. And our umpire, Kelly Dine, pointed right at Escobar as if he had gotten in the way. Watch 36.
Right in the baseline there.
Yeah.
Looks like he makes a little bit of contact there.
Yeah.
With Derek Escobar. Better look here. Yeah, gloves hit.
his glove.
Hits him.
It's the right call.